Have you ever tried to fix something and the more you tried to fix it, the worse it felt? Like you just wanted clarity, but the more you thought about it, the more confusing it became. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Everyday Real Talk. And I asked that question because I just figured something out about myself lately. And it's that I not only try to fix the outcome for like in relationships with people, but I also try to fix the outcome of situations, not in a way that you can see, but just mentally by thinking about it, trying to figure everything out, playing situations in my head before they even happen. And I noticed that I had a habit of wanting to know all the answers, wanting to know the outcome, wanting all the clarity before I make a move with something. I would feel like if I just could play every scenario over in my head and figure that outcome out. And, everything would be okay because I'm prepared for whatever comes, right? I've already thought about this. So I know if this happens, I got this ready for that. If I go this way, I can always do this and make that happen. But that just created a whole emotional just drainage, just had me feeling overwhelmed to the point of now you're confused and you don't know what to do and if you should do anything at all. But when I was actually doing all these things, replaying scenarios, preparing for outcomes, and try to predict everything, it felt productive, right? But in reality, I was just trying to control uncertainty. And I realized that overthinking doesn't give me certainty or control. It just gives me more things to stress about. So I had to be honest with myself and realize that, am I trying to control the situation or am I trying to control how it makes me feel? Because when you have that uncertainty, it feels uncomfortable. And like I've always said, we don't like that feeling of being uncomfortable. So we try to fix it. And I try to fix mine by overthinking and trying to, in my mind, prepare myself to be ready for whatever outcome there is for any type of decision that I choose to move forward with. And the more I try to force clarity, the further I got away from it. And so if I was getting further away from it, what I was doing was actually not being productive at all. That's when I realized that I don't have to have everything figured out right away, like I was trying to do, because not everything needs my hands in it. Some things just need to be seen and not fixed, meaning just see what's going to happen. I'm not saying that you should just do anything off the wall because there are steps to certain things, but you don't have to have everything completely figured out before you can start the process with something. Because once you put forth that effort to take one step, you know, another step may be made for you. It will be. And then you take another step and then something else happens to the where the path is laid for things. So we don't have to have the whole thing. I realize I don't have to have the whole thing figured out, but that doesn't mean that I don't do anything. You still put forth the effort, you take that step, and things will start unfolding for you. And while this going on, it doesn't mean that I have to force answers or chase clarity and overanalyze every possibility like I do. It means allowing time to unfold, allowing myself to experience certain things, and just let life unfold because that's what life is. We experience it and we learn as we go. So we're not going to have everything figured out. Even in the midst of thinking you have everything figured out, it's going to be something that comes up that you weren't prepared for. So there's no way to avoid that. But we have to allow things to happen. And relationships, it's in the decisions we make. In real life, it works like you're gonna have to take action first, have the experience, and then you'll get the clarity. And I guess a lot of times I'm just doing it backwards. I want to have the clarity first, and then I'll take action and have the experience. But when you do it my way, you're going to be stuck. You're not going to make a move because you're too busy you're going to be stuck on that clarity phase, which causes you not to move to have the action and have that experience. So it makes sense to me now, but it's just been a process of not continuing to overthink certain things. And I've gotten a lot better at it because I wouldn't even be doing this podcast right now if I kept overthinking the way that I do. And it still comes back, like I said, sometimes because you get to thinking, like, even now, if it's not moving the way that I thought it would or wanted to, that still doesn't mean that it wasn't the right decision to make because consistency comes into place also. Or it could be that I need to go another direction with it, but it doesn't mean that I just need to stop doing something or I didn't make the right decision. Because still the only way I would have known is by me having that experience, me taking action and having the experience and just let things show me what they are. So I realized that I was trying to avoid uncertainty completely. And that's just not possible. We're going to always have uncertainties. But because we have uncertainties doesn't mean that we can't have peace because that's not where peace comes from anyway. And sometimes the most aligned thing I can do is just take the next step. So yeah, now I'm learning that I don't need to control everything. I just need to trust myself enough to let everything else unfold. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode. And I have some reflection questions for you that you can go over for yourself and see how they resonate with you. So first one is, do you feel like you need all the answers before you move forward? And the second one is, are you thinking for clarity or is it for control? So that's going to do it for this episode. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification button so you'll know when I upload new material. And I will talk with you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.